Indiana Jones and the Dial of Cringe is $250 million plus in the red. The movie cost $300 million to make, yet has opening weekend projections of grossing just $65 million. They're saying it's going to be one of the most expensive flops in Hollywood history. And I know it's a cliche, but get woke, go broke.
You stole it.
Then you stole it.
And then I stole it. It's called capitalism.
Capitalism bad. Wow, edgy take there. Bad for you, I guess, since no one's buying any tickets. When even establishment critics who desperately try to boost any generic blockbuster that amplifies the message are unenthusiastic about your movie, you know you're in trouble. You'd think they'd start to learn from the likes of Top Gun Maverick and the Super Mario Bros. Movie that leaving the politics and social engineering out of it completely is normally a good recipe for a universally popular, successful film. But now that everything has to be run through a politically correct diversity purity filter, that becomes the main obsession. And the plot, the character development, the relatability are almost always neglected. And they wonder why they have failure after failure. The feminist Ghostbusters, Wonder Woman 1984, the latest Toy Story movie, Lightyear. But do they wonder? Really? Do they even care? If they know crowbarring woke themes into everything is like dropping a turd in a punch bowl, why do they keep doing it? The wider impact of permanently trashing the legacies of these franchises seems to be an overriding motive. And as the critical drinker explains, they're basically committing cultural iconoclasm.
Because it's being made by a studio with a long and sordid track history of deconstructing, humiliating and destroying popular legacy male characters in a pathetic attempt to elevate their boring, generic and flawless idealized female replacements.
Many of the early incarnations of these type of movies, stretching back to the 70s and 80s, actually had good, positive, healthy messages to offer. By attempting to destroy the foundation of the entire heritage, they seek to obliterate what made people growing up watching them resonate with it in the first place. As Morgoth points out in his article about the Indiana Jones movie, the entire drive behind making the film appears to be geared towards butchering a childhood classic. For men of a certain age, the Indiana Jones trilogy is itself a throwback to an enchanted time, a portal back to an age of washing line whips, maps to secret treasure, and hanging off the sofas pretending it was a German army truck. In the 2020s, Hollywood's creative sterility and artistic bankruptcy resulted in them cracking open Indy's crypt, engaging in necromancy and resurrecting him to shuffle around the cultural wasteland in zombified form. And nobody cares. An 80-year-old boomer who once punched Nazis now finds himself being ousted and replaced by an arrogant woman, and the title is Dial of Destiny. They'll subvert and poison your childhood memories, decimate the entire mythology, then repackage it for a new generation raised on a banal cultural diet of mediocrity and cringe. Get early access to videos, exclusive live streams, and personally DM me. You've seen how much I get demonetized all the time. Well, this is how you support me. By subscribing at pauljosephwatson.locals.com. Please click the link in the description.